Hey, are you Chris? Hey, Chris, I'm Detective Pender. Can I get your water or anything?
I'm good.
Okay, well, your mom's going to come in here.
Yeah.
I'm going to get your water, okay? Your mom's going to come in here. She can sit with you right... How many chairs we got?
That's the only one.
Let me get a chair for your mom, and I'm going to get your water, okay?
This is not a routine police interrogation. This is a case where a young boy named Christopher suddenly finds himself surrounded by the aftermath of 3 deaths. The question here isn't simply who committed the crime, but where Christopher stood, amid fear, pressure, and a series of critical decisions.
Collect the chairs. I'll be right back. Here's your water. Yeah. Yeah, you running yours? The entourage of chairs here.
Yep.
Let me go get your mom.
Okay. Chris, my name's Andrew. How you doing, man? I'm good.
Where did you find that jacket at? That's a vintage jacket. Okay, so I introduced myself.
Can I put this around? Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
I introduced myself earlier. I'm Detective Pender. Like I said, I'm actually a robbery and homicide investigator. That's what I primarily investigate. I worked at the sheriff's office for several years, and I've worked in major crimes. I worked special victims unit and robbery homicide. Detective Canterbury here. Now he is the primary case agent on this. He's the man that knows like the very, very specific details. But I'm helping out here. Now I already told Detective Canterbury that I spoke with you, Ashley, and that I need to talk to your son Christopher about some stuff, okay? So, Christopher, I just want to ask you some basic stuff to make sure I got the right Christopher in here. I think I do. How do I spell your full name?
CHRISTOPHER.
Got it. And what's your birthday?
And your last name's Atkins, right?
ATKINS.
Do you have a middle name?
DL-DE-L.
Okay.
Your home address, sir? So, before I ask you any questions here, you're how old are you?
12.
12 years old. Okay. So I interview, and I have interviewed a lot of children. And when I say children, I mean people under 18. Now, people grow and they mature at different times, and they have different levels of education. What's your highest level of education? What's your highest grade you passed?
A, B.
No, what grade?
What's the highest grade? 5th grade, 6th grade?
Oh, I passed all grade.
Okay. What's the highest number you got up to, though?
7.
7th grade. Okay. So you're pretty high up there. Some of the stuff I might talk to you about might be a little silly. So I'm going to ask you a few questions in a couple minutes, and we'll get to that. I'd like to get to know you a little bit. I mean, are you in school right now?
No.
Okay. And what do you like to do with your free time?
Play football, play the game.
Now, do you play up there that they play off of Camp, like with a league or anything like that, or do you just play at the park?
No, like I played in the league. It's called Ocala Thunder.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so do you do like offense, defense, or
Defense.
you
Safety.
you any good at it? That's cool.
Good.
Okay. So that's like what you do for your hobbies and things like that. And who do you live with in the house? Do you live with your mom? You live with your mom? Okay. And you have
Did you want another
siblings?
jacket? That's okay. Are you sure? You look like you're cold. Let me get you.
You say you have 4 siblings? Okay. Do you guys get along okay in the house? All right. You do anything for fun with your siblings at all?
We usually like go in the room. Like it's nice where like we be all bored, so we usually go in the room and just talk about what we be doing and stuff.
Sure. Okay. That sounds good. And then, what is it? Easter weekend. Did you guys have any big plans for Easter or anything like that?
Yeah.
You guys do any like church or anything? And go anywhere or do anything?
Yeah, we go really to my grandma's house sometimes, but
Okay.
Yeah, she have events with us, with all her kids that she got by herself, and like 20-something grandkids.
So that's got to be a whole lot of kids all at one place. That sounds like fun. So some of the stuff that I want to talk to you about today, it's some of the most serious stuff that you could possibly talk to somebody about. And I want to make sure that when we talk about true things. Now, this is going to be one of the silly questions I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you if you know the truth versus a lie. I'm going to give you an example. If a little boy were to come in here and were to color on all these walls with a red crayon and then were to tell me that they didn't do it, is that a truth or a lie?
it's a lot.
Okay. And if the same kid would have colored on the walls and then said, Detective Pender, I colored on the walls, I'm sorry about it, is that the truth or a lie?
True.
Okay. So you've demonstrated to me that I can give you an example and you know the difference between those things. When I talk to you today, I'd like to talk about true things. Now, I'm not asking any questions specifically yet. I'm going to get to that, but I want to make sure you understand that. I'd also like to provide you some instructions to limit guessing. Okay? So sometimes when I talk to kids, they feel that they need to answer a question a certain way because I'm a police officer, okay? I don't want you to feel like that. I want you to feel comfortable to talk to me, and I want you to talk about true things. Now, if you don't know the answer to something, it's okay to say, I don't know. I want you to be truthful with me and not omit something. Omit means not tell me something on purpose, because that wouldn't be good. But if you don't know the answer, I don't want you to make it up. And I don't want you to make it up. So I'm going to give you an example right now, Chris. If I were to ask you what color my car is out in the parking lot, what would your answer be?
I don't know.
That's correct, because I haven't told you what color my car is out there, and some people I've asked that to guess, and they say, well, it's a car with the sirens on the top, but it's actually not. That would be a guess because I haven't unmarked. Okay, so I want you to understand that. Now, specifically, why we're here today. I'm not going to lie to you about anything. That's not the purpose of what we're doing here. And all the detectives that are involved, there's over 10 detectives that have been working hard on some stuff for about a week, have done a lot of work. They've gotten back a lot of reports of images of things, of camera video places, and this is all specifically related to 3 individuals that have died in the area here. I am specifically investigating a homicide of those 3 people, and our investigation has led us to speak with you. So I think, and like I said, we're not going to lie to you. I'm not going to deceive you. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm going to tell you things straight. I'm going to ask you questions about it. Before I ask them that, though, I want maybe Detective Canterbury can kind of relay to you some of the specifics we've already learned and we're actually learning right now. Because when you walked in, you saw that some of the lights are on. and he was just speaking with somebody. So can you go into any of those specifics there so he can understand what we're going through?
Yeah. So Robert Robinson, Reaper, you guys are friends, right? I've talked to him down there, and he has been 100% honest with me and told me everything. Okay? And a lot of the things he's telling me are pointing at Christopher. Okay? He's, the way I feel, he's been very, very honest with me. He's told me details about this particular incident we're investigating that only people involved would know. So that's kind of where we're at with that.
So obviously, we want to get your statement regarding what you saw, what you heard, how you had involvement in this. And there's different types of involvement, and that's some of the questions we're going to ask. Is why did this involvement happen? How did this involvement happen? What was this person thinking? What were you feeling? And why did it happen? Because we have to understand why things happen, as long as how is what we need to do. The only way I can get what's
According to investigators, on a night that began like many others, Christopher went out with friends and entered a vehicle where everything initially seemed normal, until moments later, the night took a deadly turn. 3 people lost their lives, and from that moment on, every step Christopher took became connected to evidence, fear, and silence.
Inside of your mind and what your eyes saw is to ask you questions. But because you came down here in handcuffs and they executed a search warrant on the house, which they did collect some things, and I'd like to talk to you about those things too. But because you, because it looked like a surprise on that.
Yeah, like what the fuck was in my house that got to do with this homicide? And
I will, and I'm going to tell you about that because, like I said, I'm not going to leave anything out.
It's, I can tell you, it's pretty damning. I guess I would use that word.
so, are you fucking serious?
So let me maybe, you know, I'm hoping that you
We can get some clarity.
Yeah, let me just read this to you because it's important that anybody that comes down here that we read this to. It's very important to understand. I'm going to read in front of your mom, okay? And I'm going to make sure that you understand it. Okay, so Chris, you have the right to remain silent. And having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now? Okay, when you shake your head up and down, what does that mean?
Yes.
You gotta
Okay.
speak it.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, just, okay. And is it okay if we talk to Chris now?
Yes.
Okay. So, Chris, what I'd like to start with talking to you about is, and like I said, I just want you to be honest with us. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night. Think back, set your mind back there, and tell me about, what time should we start at? Should we start about
6:30 p.m. Thursday.
6:30 p.m. Yeah, that sounds good. Who were you hanging out with? Who were you with? And
I think I was with my brother.
okay, your brother. And who's your brother? And where were you at about that time?
Our house.
Okay. And do you have a phone that people could call you on and talk to you?
No.
How do people get a hold of you?
They usually come to my house.
Okay. And so you're hanging out with on last Thursday night. Okay. What did you guys do? Tell me all about your night, starting at the very beginning.
First, we made something to eat. Then we watched TV. Watched TV. And we tried to see if the game worked, but my controller wasn't working.
Sure.
So, yeah. And I think he went to sleep.
Okay.
About what time did you think that y'all went to? He went to sleep, your brother.
I don't have nothing to watch the time.
No time. Okay, so no phone to look at the clock and see what time it is.
Okay. What happened after KJ went to bed?
And I went to sleep for a little bit, and I heard something outside. And I opened the door. There was nothing outside now. I think I went to sleep.
Okay. So maybe we'll start over again here with the reset button. So I think what you just told me was what you probably had rehearsed in your mind several times to tell a police officer if you ever had to talk about that Thursday night. Because sitting here and talking to you with your mom here crying and knowing that you have these siblings, you're probably in sort of an embarrassing and shameful position. I've worked with people before that feel embarrassed or sad or upset about something that they've done. And I know you're cold, but your body position to me, when you're sitting here talking to me, says that you're somebody that feels bad and they have a weight on their shoulders. They feel sorry about something that happened. So the story that you just told me, I'm not mad that you told me that. I know that it's not true. I know that a person's natural reaction when they sit in here and they talk to a police officer is to not say what is bearing down on them right away, okay? But I can tell you right now that we have, and like I said, I'm not going to lie to you, we have interviewed and we spoke with people, and I know who you were with, and I know what happened that night, and I know it not only from people's mouths, but I also know it from cameras that have captured where vehicles were at, who was in vehicles. I know it from cell phone conversations. I know a lot of different things.
Cell phone, yes.
And I'm not going to tell you the specifics of what those things are because I want you, Chris, to have the opportunity to really, if you are sorry for what happened, repent for it and start from the very beginning and go to the very end without me having to pull it from you. Because somebody that I have to pull each individual action from, that tells me that they don't really want to say what they did wrong, that they don't feel bad for it. And you strike me, I'm just sitting here and looking at you and talking to you, and knowing your age, you strike me as someone that was possibly in the wrong place at the wrong time. And he's not lying. Reaper's down there. He's already said what he saw, what he heard. Okay? We already know these things. Mm-hmm. Like I told you before, I need to know what was in your head and what was in your mind and what was in your heart when these things happened. Because people that I sit in here and I talk to, I can put them on a scale. There's a monster that thinks about doing this and they're cold-hearted and they don't care at all. And then there's a person that made a mistake one time in their life.
I didn't do anything.
So that's where we're at right now. Is we're trying to figure out where we're at on that. Okay. So I know that you didn't just go to sleep that Thursday night. I know that something happened. And that's what I want to talk to you about. Would you feel more comfortable if you didn't have to talk about this in front of your mom?
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
No.
The reason I say that is because I've had people in here and they're having their mom around makes them feel less likely to talk about things that their mom's going to get upset about.
You know, I don't care. I want you talk, speak.
Right. I didn't know what the family dynamic is, and I know that's sometimes.
He know regardless of what it is, it's still gonna be a problem when I come home.
So I
know that.
Yeah. So I mean, do you want to tell them some of the things?
Yeah, I'll just quick. So we did execute, obviously, a search warrant at the house.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't just pull Christopher's name out of a hat.
Yeah.
We didn't just pick your residence as somewhere we're going to do a search warrant. I wrote the search warrant. I send it to a judge. A judge says, "Oh, that's sufficient enough for me to sign and go search for things in a house." And there's people there right now. They're sending me text messages, pictures of things that I pretty much already know were involved in this incident that we're investigating. Reaper down there has been super honest. He, it took him a minute to get comfortable with me, and he's told me everything down to details that only he would know, and
that's involved in it.
That nobody else would know.
Some of the details, he points finger at you.
Well, you need to fucking tell. If you ain't do
now's
shit,
the time.
tell the whole fucking story. You know you left out of the house Thursday when I told you not to. That's why you're not saying you was home. When I told you don't leave out my house when dark time. Just because my room door closed don't mean you leave out my house. Now you're in a whole run of trouble.
And that's we're
and
past
you finna
that.
speak.
We know,
you better talk right now.
And we're past that. We know you went out, but we need to know from the beginning, from your mouth, what it was.
Now
what was
is the time in this room, because when you walk out of the room, we just go off of the evidence we have.
And even though I'm asking you what the plan was, Reaper's already told us what the plan was that night. So there's, I mean, we know what the original plan was. We know what happened, and then what happened after. Okay, so we know that, but we're asking you now to be honest, and to come forth and tell us what happened and why it happened, and that's why we're here. So
what happened that night went far beyond gunfire. A vehicle stopping, sudden violence, attempts to conceal what occurred, and actions taken afterward to erase traces. All of it unfolded in a single night. And for Christopher, each moment made the situation increasingly severe.
What happened after you?
So he knocked on the window.
When you say he, I never want to guess. Who's he?
Reaper.
Okay, Reaper knocks on the window.
He knocks on the window. He said, "Come on, we finna go see some girls or something." Then we went out. And this girl and this boy picked us up. I don't know who it was. This girl and this boy.
Describe to me what they look like.
It was, I think, a white girl and a white boy.
Okay, and what did they pick you up in?
It was a white car.
Okay, then what happened?
Then somebody came in the car. I don't know his name. It was like somebody in all black. He had something. And then he said we finna go see some girls. Then they was on the phone or something. And they was whispering in each other's ear. And we hit like a turn or something.
Who was whispering with who?
I don't know.
Reaper was whispering with this?
With somebody. I don't know who his name was. But then we got it. It was like a turn. And like when we got in the turn, it was a dirt road. And like all I seen was the other person on the other side raised a gun. And he shot. And he shot the other person. And I took off and out the car, but then he told me to get in. Yeah, I got in and left.
Okay. So let's pause there and so I understand everything. So Rob comes over, he knocks on your window, he says, "Let's go see some girls." You go out there and you said you see a white car and there's you said there was a white guy. What's the skin color of the girl?
White.
Okay, a white guy and a white girl. I'm a visual guy. Look, me, Detective Pender, I just drew a square, and here's the steering wheel, and here's one seat, here's one seat. Does the thing got a back seat? Some cars don't got back seats.
Yeah, he got a back.
Okay, got it. Can you mark where the white guy is?
What you mean white?
Where was he at in the car? You said there was a white guy? Put WG so I know it's a white guy there. All right, so the white guy is, oh, thanks, he's in the passenger seat. And where's the white girl? All right, so she's in the driver's seat. And put a C for your name where you're sitting at. Okay, and then you said that Reaper was in the car. Where's he sitting at? So Reaper's in the middle, and then you said there was a guy wearing all black. Can you draw an X where he's sitting?
He got in.
Got it. So you're saying that this guy wearing all black gets in, and then you told me that somebody was looking at their phones or something. Who's looking at their phones? You said they were...
The guy on that side.
This guy. And then you said that the vehicle made a turn, and then you said this guy right here, he talked to me again about... Did you say something about a gunshot?
No, like he raised a gun at the white guy, and then he shot.
So the guy that you marked as X, he raised the gun at the white guy, and you said he shot it? And then what happened after he did that?
And the other guy, and he shot the white girl.
The white girl, okay. Did he use one gun or two guns, or?
One, I think.
Describe to me what this gun looked like.
It was like a gun it was a weird looking gun, but it was like a...
Let's start at the color. What color was the gun?
Black.
Okay. So he had a black gun, and he shot the white guy, and then he shot the white girl.
I think so, yeah.
Tell me about what you heard before that happened. Were people talking?
No, it was just like the car, like we was listening to loud music, and then like the car turned down and turned down. All I heard was pound, and like I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car and ran. And he said, "Get back in the car," and I seen him pulling out somebody. So
What happened after? Now you said the car was turning, so was the car driving whenever they got shot?
no, it was just like it stopped, and then like it kept going. Like when I hopped out the car, it kept going with it.
Where did the car keep going when it kept going?
Like into a dumpster.
Okay, it hit a dumpster. Okay, and then you said you hopped out, but then I heard you say something about get back in or something. Did I hear that right?
You said get back in.
Tell me all about that and be specific. Describe what the X-man here that we marked. What did he say to you?
Get back in.
Okay, and how does this person look? I know you said he's wearing dark colored clothes, right? I know. I heard you say that.
Ski mask on too. He had a ski mask, a jacket, and yeah.
Can I cut in, Danny?
Yeah.
So, this is very good. I appreciate your honesty. Think about it like this: if you're scared to say this person's name, that the person you marked as X, who's wearing all black and a ski mask, did this person say anything to you? Because I don't.
When he told me to get in the car, he just said get in the car before he went. Well,
So
he
just
said something, but like I was like,
let's not be. I don't want to be a snitch mentality. If that makes any sense.
I don't know.
If you know who he is,
and
you're scared of him, that's okay. That's okay, because it sounds like he's a pretty bad dude. But if you're scared and you know him, we'd like to know who he is.
I don't know.
Right?
I'm going to give you an example here. This is a real case that I worked. I actually did the interview 2 rooms over about 3 years ago. I talked to a guy for 3 hours once because I knew that he did something. How did I know he did something? It was on camera in that case. But I knew that he did something with some evidence. I talked to him for 3 hours. He would not admit to doing it. Finally, about the 3rd hour comes around. The guy starts crying to me. He says, "Detective, I did this because these people that we're messing with, they were going to kill me and they were going to kill my family, and I couldn't have my family killed. So that's why I did this. I'm going to admit to it." Then not only did he do that, he brought me out and he showed me what he did with what I was looking for. He apologized to me. He said that what he was doing, he was acting under duress, and he was scared. That's a real story that really did happen, okay? Now, what Detective Canterbury is trying to indicate to you is what we don't want, like I said before, we don't want things omitted. We don't want things removed. Maybe because you feel like you did something wrong, but we only want the truth right now. And if the truth is being held up by your fear of somebody, I want to tell you that we don't want you to get hurt. We're here to help you too, but we need to be able to put that down in our paperwork, that Christopher is afraid of this person. And we need to understand that. But the statements that we get here, they have to be full, they have to be complete. They can't be 75% of a statement, they can't be 90%. They need to be 100%. And if you know more about this man, which I believe you do, let's put it that way. If you know more about this guy, I want to understand the reasons of why you're removing information, and how that made you feel and what happened. Because your feelings and how you felt are important to me. Okay? So this man right here, you said that he said, "Get back in the car." Well, gee golly, there was 2 gunshots that were you just saw this happen. Why did you get back in the car?
Yeah, I got back.
Describe to me that when you got back in the car, specifically how you were feeling when you got back in.
I was scared.
Okay, and tell me more about that. Why were you scared?
Because I didn't know what was going on until I seen what was going on. And I just...
Okay, so did you get back in the car?
Yes.
And where did you get back in the car? You said it crashed into something, right? Sorry, I'm not writing this down. I'm trying to do it by memory. It crashed into a
dumpster, right?
What happened when you got back in the car? Now it's got this. What's happening with these 2 people? Are they okay? Are they starting to Are they okay? Or they're not okay?
They was out of the car.
How did they get out of the car? The white girl and the white guy.
That one, he pushed him out.
He did what? He pushed him out?
Pushed him out.
Okay. And I'd like to circle back to his identity. Let's get the full story first, and then we're going to talk more about the X-Man here.
I don't know who that was.
Okay. And we'll start talking about him more, all the way from the hair on the top of his head all the way down to the shoes or the whatever's on his feet. We'll start from the top to the bottom in a minute here. But you really helped me understand. So you get back in the car. Where does he go when you get back in the car?
He went to the front seat.
All right, so now he's the
Front
driver.
driver's seat.
Got it. And was anybody sitting up front in the passenger seat? I forgot. What is Rob doing during all this?
He was sitting in the back seat.
What's he saying?
Like he was like, oh shit. He was like, go.
You say, oh, what? I don't
Like,
understand.
oh,
It's
shit.
gibberish.
Oh shit.
Okay, what's speaking?
Yeah.
It is
Say
what it
whatever.
is.
Say what it is.
Yeah,
Believe me,
you're
there's
not-
no curse word or anything in the world you haven't been said in this room
Yeah.
a million times. Okay, so he says, "Oh shit!" I heard you say, "Go." And where are you sitting at? Which seat are you in now?
Same spot where I was.
You're still over here. Okay.
So
And what happened next?
Then he drove all the way out there out the wall. And he tried to put the thing in the river, but I think it got stuck or something.
what thing are you
The
talking
car.
about? The car. Okay.
Describe to me what you saw when he was doing that. Were you in the car when it was going in the river, or?
You know, I was out the car. I was trying to run back to my house.
You were out of the car. What was Rob doing?
I don't know. I left. I was running back to my house.
Okay. Have you been following, this is a silly question, everyone's been following this, it's been like on the national news. I mean, have you been following and heard that there was 3 people that was found deceased? It wasn't just 2, it was 3.
So the other girl ended up dying.
So, do you know that there's a 3rd person that's dead?
No, I just knew about them too.
Okay. So let's go back to the moment that you heard those gunshots. Okay. How many guns were in the car?
I think the white guy had one and X had one.
Okay. And the X guy, how did you know the white guy had one? Did you see it, or did you show?
The white guy, not the girl.
Why did the white guy have one? I mean, how did you know that he had one? Did you see it? Or?
He had it on his lap.
He had it on his lap. Okay. So let's talk about X guy that got in the car. Where was it that he got in the car? Was he in front of the house? Was he?
It was like, what you mean in front of the house?
Like, where did he get in the car
Like,
at?
they picked him up.
Do you remember where that was at?
It was like somewhere around there, out there, like 5.
Is it close by us?
No.
So you left out of our car? How to
It
go
was
get him?
Ocala. It was in
Oh, y'all went
Ocala.
way to Ocala.
Tell me about the nearest business or nearest something that you recognize around where that place was at.
You know where Charlie and them used to live on? The apartments?
Which ones? In Ocala?
Yeah,
Steeplechase?
yeah. Around over there.
Steeplechase. To my Green Gables and over there.
Yeah.
So they went in there.
In a neighborhood across the street?
No,
In the apartments?
No, the neighborhood across the street. I think. I don't know. It was dark. I don't know.
Okay, so you sound like you're not sure. This guy that was picked up, this X guy back here. Tell me about what he was wearing on his feet.
It was like something. It was all black, and it was all black with a white Nike sign. It was
Okay.
like Air Max 90s.
Okay, and what do you have on his legs, covering up his legs?
It was cut up jeans,
Cut up jeans. What color were they?
black.
Okay. What did he have covering up his body, or is he not wearing a shirt?
It was a jacket. He had a jacket.
What color was it?
Hoodie, black.
Jacket with a hoodie. Okay. Describe to me what his hair looks like. Is it short?
He had a ski mask on.
He had a ski mask. What was it? Something that was them ski mask with the eyes and the mouth holes cut out?
Yeah, it was like
I'm telling you what, if somebody got in the car wearing a ski mask, I'd be like, what is going on? I mean, what did you say to him when this guy got in the car?
I would like when he walked in, he said, the white guy up there, he said we was finna go get some girls or something, or see some girls or something. Then he was like, wait, I got stuff. Wait, what I was just talking about?
When you got in the when he
Ski mask man gets in the car.
Yes.
And what's he saying? I mean, this guy just got in the car wearing a ski mask.
When he got in the car with ski mask, he said, I was like, who's that? And he was like, and then the white guy looked at me. He was like, he looked at me all wrong. So I'm like, I thought we were gonna. I looked at Rob. I was like, I thought we were gonna see some girls. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, all right. And then we kept driving. And like
when y'all went from after y'all picked him up, y'all went back to Aqua?
Like, yeah, we went around them.
Did you stop anywhere after that? Any gas stations?
We just went.
But what triggered him to just start shooting? I'm trying to figure out. Is something in between that you're not saying?
Because I think the person that the white guy, I think they said he had a lot of money or something.
Oh, so it was set up as a robbery. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So they were setting up the robbery man.
Did Reaper mention that to you, that
No.
something was going to be set up or anything?
He didn't even know. He said he ain't know nothing about it. He said we were supposed to go see him.
This case focuses less on the act itself, and more on the human mind. When someone as young as Christopher is caught between death threats, the presence of weapons, and decisions made by older individuals, one question becomes unavoidable. Was he an active participant, or a child pushed in the wrong direction by fear?
See some girl.
Okay. So you pick up this X-Man in the city. You describe the area of where somebody used to know lived. I think you said the name Steeplechase. I think you even said Green Gables.
But that's right next to it.
Okay. Where'd you guys go after that? Like,
We went around near Aqua, then they turned into a dip, and that's when X shot white man and girl.
okay. And you didn't stop anywhere from that area of Green Gables all the way back to Ocklawaha? Just a straight? Okay. Danny, if you're okay, let's go back to the car, and around the time you hear the gunshots, how is X-Man, how is he holding the gun when the gunshots go off? I mean,
So when the car stopped, it was like we was on a dirt road, it was like a path, and the car stopped, and he held the gun up, and
can you show me how he did it with your
he
hand?
was like
I know you have handcuffs on. Did he have it like this, or was he like one-handed?
one-handed.
Okay. And you said he shot this white guy first?
Yeah, the white guy was like sitting like this, and like
Where'd he shoot him
gun
at?
was like right here. Like, right
And the gun was pressed up against his head?
here.
Is that what you're...
I think it was like.
Okay. And then, what about the white girl that's driving? Tell me about that.
He turned the gun and shot her.
Where'd he shoot her at?
I don't know. Well, when he shot the white guy, I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car.
Right.
And
Okay.
I think I heard it was her, him, then her.
So him first, and then the girl driving?
I think so.
Was there a reason behind that? Like why
What did he say?
he chose to shoot the guy before the girl? Like, help us understand.
Because the guy had the one that had the gun.
Okay. Did that guy with the gun ever have a chance to like defend himself or anything? Like, did he see it coming?
No, it was like to the back of his head.
Okay. I just wanted to, because you said he had a gun, so.
So you jump out because you think someone's shooting at you and you're getting out of there. What does X-Man do with the gun, though, that he has?
I think he took it with him when he took the car.
Why did you get Why would you get back in the car though?
Because he told me to get back in the car, and I ain't have nothing. He had a gun, so what I'm supposed to do.
This is important here, and this is what I want you to be truthful about. I don't want you to feel afraid. I want you to feel comfortable talking to me. I want you to feel comfortable talking to me about the true things. Whenever he says, get back in the car, man, I would have been 157,000 yards away at that point. Did he ever point a gun at you?
I don't know. I seen something like over the roof, but I think he was just like waving at me to get back in the car. But I ran.
Okay.
When I ran, it was like I think 2 turns or something, like a turn. And then, but that was into somebody's house, so I was about to run into somebody's house, but he told me to get back in the car. So I went back in the car.
When he told you to get back in the car, you said earlier that you felt scared. What made you feel scared that you felt as if that you wanted to... I mean, did you want to get back in the car, or did you not? No, you didn't want to. Okay, what made you get back in that car? Explain to me that.
Because he had a gun, and I thought he was going to get to shoot at me. Because if I was just with him and he just killed somebody, and he probably gonna kill me too because he think I was gonna sin.
Describe to me specifically what words he said to you.
He was like, get back in the car, get back in the car, where you going, get back in the car.
Okay. What else did he talk to you about?
We was just driving all the way there, all the way.
Andrew, is it safe to say that we had the evidence people and they processed this car? I don't know all the processing they've done. Did they do fingerprints on it?
Absolutely.
They did DNA?
Yep.
Had you ever been in that car in your whole life?
Yeah, I've been in the car, yeah.
You've been in this car before?
What?
Other times?
Before that, no.
No, that was it. That was the only time.
That was my first time.
Okay. And you told me in the picture where you were sitting at in here. Okay. But this vehicle also has a trunk area. And we did DNA and all kinds of stuff, the other surfaces, right? Okay.
DNA, fingerprint, I mean, that's not a piece that didn't come out of that car.
Now, like I said, now Reaper, we talked to him for a while, and when we talked to him, or they talked to him, I was able to observe parts of it. He initially didn't come off everything, and then he came off more, and then he came off more, and then he's called us back in several times to keep telling us more. And every single time he tells us more, it matches up with what we already know from some of the stuff that we've learned from fingerprints and people's statements and stuff like that, okay? And we're leaving out a part of the story here. And I think this part is going to be the most upsetting for us to really cover. And I think it's honestly why, if I was in your spot, I would probably leave it to last also. But I think it's really important that we talk about what happened with the trunk area and what you saw, what you heard, and what you were feeling with everything that was going on back there. Now, I know Rob's in the car, and you told me about what he said. Oh shit! That tells me that he is surprised. Go! He doesn't. It sounds like we talked about who has guns in the car. White guy and X-Man. Okay, so you and Rob, you guys don't have any guns.
No, I don't know if he had a gun, but I did.
Got it. You didn't. You don't know Robin doesn't, but you know that X-Man does, and you got back in the car. You told us in your own words that you felt scared, okay? But there was something that you're leaving out back here, and Rob's already talked about it.
It's pretty important. And there's parts of the story. I know you're being pretty honest with you, but you're leaving these gaps. Like, you're giving us this, and then there's something you're not saying, and then you're getting to another part when we kind of already know the answer to the question. Reaper, I can't reiterate what he's told us. Let's talk about the trunk of that car.
Looking at the trunk, sir.
There's ways to get into a trunk. You can go in through the back of it. You can go in through the seat interior. Let's really jog your memory. And this might be a part that you really didn't want to think about again. I mean, the other part is very scary, honestly. But this part might be really hard. You might have to, sit here, close your eyes, and think about it for a second. But there's something we're leaving out about what happened after these two people died. there's another part that we haven't talked about.
Trunk.
Mm-hmm.
It was a girl in the trunk,
Mm-hmm.
and he told me to open the trunk, and he shot her.
Where did he tell you to open the trunk from?
Are you serious right now?
He told me to open the trunk from the inside, like the inside.
Okay. So you're saying that you pulled the seat down? That, like he talked about, you can access it from the back door that goes up like this, and then the seat that goes down like that and touches the seat that you sit on. Is that what you're saying, that it was?
Yes.
Draw me a line here where the seat was that it got pulled down, so I know which part it was pulled down. And whenever you pulled that open, tell me about what you saw in there.
All I seen was luggage, and then he said move, and then he shot.
Okay. You said all you saw was luggage?
Luggage and it was like a girl.
And what part of her body could you see? Could you see her feet, or her hair, her hand? Describe to me
I seen hair.
You saw hair, like hair from someone's head or whatever. Okay. And then you said that he shot her. Is that right? Describe to me where he was standing when this happened.
He was like over the seat.
He was
Over you?
Like over.
Put an X where he was standing at whenever he
Right.
shot her.
You think we standing?
It was like over, like he was over the seat. Like, when I
Inside
put it
of the
down, it
car?
was
He was
Inside
inside of the car?
Yeah.
He in the driver's seat? Passenger seat?
he
What he?
was like
He in the back seat
right
with
here.
you? He in the back seat with you while you pulling
Yeah.
the seat down? Okay, can't you explain that, baby?
in the back seat.
I need you to explain that.
And it was like a two-way where you could put it down, so it was like two seats come down, and he shot over the other side.
Y'all asses all accomplice to the shit. It don't matter.
What happened? What happened after he shot her?
And he closed it, and we left.
How many times did he shoot her?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna.
I think once, twice.
Well, what is it? One
Twice.
Twice? Okay. Do you know what part of her body he shot her?
No, I when I opened it, he grabbed it, so I looked away.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because earlier you had told us that you had rode in Chris's spot during and after you went to the lake, but the seat was down, right?
He closed it back. I sat
Did
right
he
there.
though? I don't think he
closed it
did. I think the seat stayed open the whole time because
Even when the darn thing went in the darn lake.
when we found it,
So where were you in the car?
the seat was
It was open.
when we found it.
I was sitting right there, and the seat was closed.
Mm-hmm. When did it get opened again?
I don't know, because when I hopped out the car, the seat was open. I mean closed.
Mm-hmm. Did somebody open it again?
Probably. I didn't go back to the car when he was about to drive in the leak.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped out and ran and tried to run back to my house.
And maybe we'll circle back to the trunk in a minute. Let's talk about the clothes you were wearing and everything after all this bad stuff had happened.
Yep.
You said you ran back to your house. Describe to me the clothes that you were wearing that night when all these bad things happened. What happened to them?
They wanted us to burn them.
Who wanted you to burn them?
Reason.
Reaper wanted them burnt? Okay, describe to me that conversation. Where he told you that at? Tell me all the facts about that conversation when he told you that.
He said, give me the clothes you were wearing. You gonna burn them.
Okay. And where did he ask this at? Where you're at your house? When in proximity to the? You said you're at the lake and then you get out of the
I
car.
was at my house, and then the next day.
The next day. Okay, so now it's Friday, and Reaper says, "Give me your clothes." He's gonna burn them. You said we. Is it Reaper and what's going on there?
What you mean?
Did you say we are gonna burn them? I might have misheard you.
No, I said he was gonna burn them.
He was gonna burn
said
them.
he was gonna-
Thanks for correcting me. If I say something wrong, make sure you always correct me because I don't want to get it wrong. So he was gonna burn them. Did you actually give him your clothes?
Yeah,
You did. What clothes were you wearing?
I was wearing it was some white joggers. And I think it was like white with black specks. I think.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Now, did you have something on him? Did you have blood or something on him?
No,
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Like Detective Pender said, we processed that car front to back, top to bottom, bottom to top 3 times. 3 days worth of actual forensic work, several forensic people. I don't think you could have sat anywhere in that car and not got blood on you.
I think it was something in my shoe, but I don't think about none of my.
What happened to your shoe?
I think my shoe was.
No, he's saying what happened to the
Yeah, where are your shoes at right now that had the blood on
He
them?
told me to throw them in the bushes, so I was running in and I had socks on.
What shoes did you throw in the bushes? Describe them to me, the ones you put in the bushes.
Dude, I think like Nike slide.
Nike slides?
Nike signs. Where in the bushes did you?
Yeah.
Like what bushes did you put those in? Was it near where that happened in the car, or was it where you guys were by the lake?
I think it was by the lake.
By the lake. Okay.
And what about the shirt you were wearing?
I think it was a jacket.
And where did that end up?
He told me to burn that too.
Okay.
You say he, who you referring to?
Rock.
Reaper?
Okay, Reaper wanted those. You gave it to him so you could burn them. Now, did he burn them at your house?
No, I don't know where he burned them at.
Okay. I guess we can go back to the trunk and we talk about they're going to get a search warrant inventory return if you wanted to go over that. I don't know what order you want to go.
From the car, from the house or the car?
The search warrant that they did at the house. I don't know if you wanted to go into that first.
Yeah.
Or...
So we can go into that. Do you own any firearms, ma'am? Does anyone in your home own a firearm? Okay, because I'm pretty sure they found 1 or 2 firearms in the house. And I'm sure you guys have watched CSI, right? We can take a firearm, we can shoot it. That round that you shoot, we can take, and we can put it into a computer
and tell you who got
and actually compare it to other fired casings, like the shell from the bullet. So,
He told me who the gun from.
how?
Reaper. He told me who the gun's from.
Why would you hold guns from when you know something that dumb just happened? That was stupid.
So if we test the gun at the house, what's it going to tell us? Maybe Danny can explain that a little bit.
So,
good.
like if we take the projectiles are what comes out of a gun, and we collect them from the people that passed away, and we send them off to a laboratory, and then the gun that is at your house, if we collect that gun that Reaper gave you, and we'll talk about that in a minute when he gave it to you and all that stuff, but they're going to take that gun that Reaper gave you and they're going to shoot it. Then they're going to collect that projectile, and then they're going to compare the two. Do you think it's going to show us that that gun is somehow related to this?
The guns that he gave me.
Tell me more about that. When did Reaper? Tell me about when Reaper gave them to you. Tell me about that.
The same day that he told me to burn the cool.
That Friday.
He gave you guns. Okay, and describe to me, even though we're probably talking about the same guns, but just so I'm specific, describe to me what each one of the guns looks like, from the color to the shape. Anything weird about them? Tell me about that.
One's small, and it's like, I think it's a sky. It says sky.
It says sky on it. Okay, what color is it? Black or silver? Black. Okay, and what's the other one look like?
It's silver and black.
Okay.
With like a see-through that shows the bullets.
Okay. Got it. Extendos stay off the bottom and it's clear. Okay. So when Reaper gave you these, you think that they're going to be related to this?
I think so.
Describe to me why you think that.
Because he said, put these up, make sure your mama don't find them.
Okay. And the gun that you saw X-Man use, was it either one of those 2 guns?
I think it's the black one.
You think it was the black one that says sky on it, is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So those are items at the house that we were definitely curious about. So I think we need to definitely go into a little more depth regarding what we're able to do with some of the capabilities of the lab. Like we've talked about matching up bullets. Another thing they do in some of the cases, and I'm not entirely sure to what extent was done on this because I wasn't watching everything, but I'm going to explain to you working shootings for a long time. I've had drive-by shootings at houses and through cars where we take the sticks, the trajectory sticks, and we poke it through, and we can see where something is stopped, and we can see it all the way back up to where it goes forever. And when we do that, we're able to understand at what position somebody was at when they fire a gun. We know, is it not a sniper up at a tower 100 miles away because the rod would keep going that far, but we know where someone's sitting, or we know where someone's standing. They can even, I can't do it, but they can even generally say, how tall somebody could be if they were holding a gun at a certain height or whatever it may be, okay? That's some of the work that can be done. This is all the stuff that is done. So whenever we talk about where people were at, that's why I was asking you that, because I was always just wondering where are these people at, and where could projectiles pass through somebody that's in the trunk of a vehicle. Those all seem like logical conclusions. And so we combine that with Reaper's statement. Now Reaper, Rob, there's a lot of similarities that are overlapping here, but there's definitely a discrepancy that Rob told us about what happened to the person in the trunk. And that's why I've been talking to you about some of the actions that you took tonight, what your feelings were when you did them. When you talk about how he made you get back in the car and you were scared then, why is it that you pulled open that seat? Describe to me what you were feeling then.
What you mean?
When you pulled open the seat, when you go to open up that seat, what were you thinking in your head?
Like, what am I gonna do? I don't know what to do. I was confused. You were confused?
Okay. I don't want to put words in your mouth or anything like that, but were you in fear or anything like that whenever you go to open a seat?
Like when I open a seat?
Uh-huh.
Am I scared?
Yeah.
I'm not scared though.
Okay, you were just confused. That's fine. So you pull open the seat, you're just confused, you don't know why you're pulling open the seat. And then you said you looked in there and you saw luggage and then some hair. Describe to me what you thought and felt then when that happened.
I was like, I was thinking like there was a person back there.
Did this person say something? Describe to me what you heard whenever you opened that seat up. What noises?
All I heard was somebody tell me to watch out, and then I heard a gunshot. 2 gunshots.
Watch out, and then you heard 2 gunshots. Mm-hmm. Okay. And the reason I brought up trajectory and things like that is I just want to make sure that we're being 100% truthful regarding who shot that gun and what was going on there, okay? Did you shoot any guns that night? If I were to take you down the hall and put you on a polygraph machine, do you know what one of those things are? The lie detecting machine with the go like that. Mm-hmm. If I were to take you down the hall and put you on that, I mean, I want you to be honest with me.
This case reminds us that not every situation is simply black or white. In Christopher's story, the truth exists somewhere between fear, pressure, and silence. And sometimes, the cost of speaking the truth can feel as high as one's own life.